Hi there guys, and welcome to the second video, and we're going to have a look at what we call harder differentiation, purely because even though this is an indice, we say it's not truly an index form which we need to have it in to differentiate. And you'll see a lot of teachers referring to it as ax to the n. It has to be in this form, i.e. the indice cannot be a denominator. So hopefully you've got a good understanding of indices to be able to do this. If not, what I would suggest you do is before you move on is go and check out indices and make sure your reciprocal knowledge is spot on. Okay, so what am I talking about? Now, this is the same as this. Okay, and we've just tidied it up. Now you need to understand that 1 over x squared is exactly the same as this. Okay, and this is what I'm talking about, your reciprocals and your indices knowledge. So if you're happy with that, then great. Then you're going to understand this video absolutely fine. So we can tidy up and just say that's x to the minus 2, and you'll see it's in this form. A, coefficient, x, well, that's whatever the base value is, it doesn't have to be an x, and this n is representing the indice. And now we can differentiate like before. So, if we were asked to differentiate this, I have to do a rewrite. So that's why I've written y equals. So I've just proved to you there that 8x to the minus 2. Now I can differentiate. This is why it's harder, and people get a bit confused here. This, I'll put it in red, is a rewrite. That's all we're doing there, nothing different, just putting it into this form. Okay. So 8 times negative 2 is minus 16. X, reduce the power by 1, negative 3. Okay. So again, this really isn't good enough, because if we're going to substitute values in later, we can't have it in this form. We need to come back to this fractional form. So I'll put this over here. So this is the same as that. Yeah, I'm just popping the multiplication symbol in there, which we can hide, which is the same as this, using our indices knowledge, which in turn is the same as that. Now, a lot of people put the minus on top. That's fine, but if you think about it, if you put the minus there, you'd have a negative divided by a positive, and that's going to give you a negative value. So we can just bring it out to the front to make it look a bit neater. So there we have it. So that's, after a while, even if you don't fully understand it, you can see the pattern, and I'll go ahead and I'll do a few more now. So feel free at this point to, when I've written the question anyway, to pause the video and then move on when you are ready. So let's start off with a similar one here. So I'm just going to put x to the 3, just so it's a little bit different. Okay, so this isn't in the form ax to the n, so I have to rewrite. So I can tell you that that is 5 lots of x to the minus 3. Now I can differentiate. 5 times negative 3, minus 15, and reduce the power by 1, so negative 4. Okay, so rewrite. So this again is still dy by dx, it's just a rewrite, putting it back into this fractional form. And again, I'll say we use that so we can input values in nice and easy later on. Okay, so it's going to be minus 15 over x to the 4. Now, it's not always one term. For example, let's do this one. This is quite a nice one. So if you feel confident, why not just let me finish it. Here we go. Why not pause the video now and have a go? Right, so the first thing I have to do is I can differentiate that, no problem, no problem. I cannot do these two. So again, it's a rewrite, but those two are not going to change. Okay, 4 to the x, that is the same as 4x to the minus 1. And this one, is going to be 5 lots of x to the minus 2. Now everything's in index form, in the form ax to the n. I can differentiate. So 1 times 2 is 2, reduce the power by 1, x to the 0, which is the same as 1, so it's not going to change to 2. This is x to the 0 times by 0, it's going to go. Negative 1 times 4, that's negative 4, reduce the power by 1. So you have minus 10, and reduce the power by 1. Okay, this form isn't good enough, so we're going to rewrite it. 2 minus 4 over x squared minus 10, and the power is positive as the denominator. Okay, so that's pretty much it. You're ready now to go and practice some of these. Again, there's plenty of exercises out there, so make sure you're confident, fully confident, before moving on to my next video.